guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany, and today I'm going to do a wear test demo, first impression, whatever, on this Morphe Fluidity Foundation. I have been calling Ulta asking them when they were finally going to have their display up, and I waited about a week or so just to make sure they would have it up in a local store. It's finally there, and I swatched it in store with the testers, and we sell on f2.110 or f.2.110, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to put this foundation on. I moisturized my skin last night. I tend not to moisturize my skin in the morning. I have normal to somewhat oily skin in my T-zone, and so I don't like to put any moisturizers on my skin in the morning before I apply foundation products, because then I tend to get an excess of oil throughout this zone. So as you can see, my skin, and understand why I tend to favor full coverage foundations like this, Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define. If you look at one of my previous videos, I'll link it above, just talking about why I have the acne scarring that I do. Last year I started dealing with cystic acne. I had already been dealing with adult acne for a couple years, so I have scarring, like hormonal scarring from acne under my chin, and now I'm starting to get like I have scars from the cystic acne. So here, I think there's one on my nose. Anyway, I want to see how well this foundation can cover it. So I'm going to use this brush from E.L.F. Yes, it's dirty, please don't judge me. And this should be a match. So I had to like just control my enthusiasm and not open this product because I started freaking out about whether it would be a match. But yeah, I'm just gonna start putting it on. Wish me luck. So I put bronzer on, and when I was putting the bronzer on, I noticed something a little alarming, which is that, can you see that? The foundation is settling into the lines under my eyes. So to try to keep it from creasing or staying creased up, I'm going to use what I usually use, which is this Makeup Revolution. Let's see. This Makeup Revolution baking powder, and I'm going to use this sponge, and let's see, first I'm going to kind of buff it out with the other side, which I should have done first, but okay, and then Alright guys, I have put together my face. I've done my hair for you too. So this is what the Morphe Fluidity Foundation in the color F2.110 looks like on my face, with bronzer, with blush and highlight. And I also did my eyes. It will be a 3 looks 1 palette with the ColourPop is my pleasure palette. I don't know if this is going to be posted before or after that, but yeah. So I'm going to do a wear test right now. It is 12:35, 12:36. And I'm going to try to wear this foundation for at least 9 to 10 hours. I want to see how it holds up through my typical work day. I put my makeup on at like 8:30-ish in the morning, and I'm usually not leaving out of the office until about 5:30. So I want to see if it can at least hold up for that many hours. So we'll see, and I'll check in with you guys at about the midway mark. So I'll come back at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. All right, see you. Hi guys, I am back for the wear test, and it is 10:10. That means I've had this foundation on for pretty much the past 10 hours. I think I showed you the time at 10:30. Anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm really pleased with what the foundation looks like, and it seems the color is a little bit better. The color looks a little bit better now. I think earlier maybe there was some extra light reflecting back into my face. I'll show you what the foundation looked like under natural light earlier. It looked like a perfect match. It didn't look weird. Like, it looks like what it looks like now, not like too light for my skin tone. The most I can say is I think one of my smile lines here, there was a little bit of creasing there, but no creasing here. If you remember, I set that with the Makeup Revolution banana powder because I realized I had over applied it, which made me remember why I was interested in this foundation in the first place, which was because it's so much like this foundation. Just looking at the ingredient list, wait, hold on, let me get my bottle. Okay, so I am in no way Stephanie Nicole when it comes to comparing ingredients in makeup, but from looking at the ingredients, I realized that these two foundations were going to be very, very similar because they share the same 3 ingredients, just in different orders. So the first ingredient in the Morphe foundation is cyclopentasiloxane, I think that's how you pronounce it, then water, then isododecane. And for the Makeup Revolution ingredients is isododecane, water, and then cyclopentasiloxane. So basically they have the same 3 ingredients for the first 3 ingredients, just in different orders. And for the Makeup Revolution concealed foundation, the 4th ingredient is dimethicone, whereas for the Morphe foundation, there's a cross polymer. And I think that is part of why they feel so different. I think for the Makeup Revolution, it has a lot more slip, and I think that's due to dimethicone being the 4th ingredient, whereas with the Morphe foundation, it tends to not transfer as much, though it doesn't feel like it has that same amount of slip. It's a little bit thicker. I could be completely wrong, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Now what I'm going to do is swatch these because the color still kind of freaks me out for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch it on my arm. Yeah, I'm going to swatch it on my arm, and I'm also going to swatch it over my tattoo so you can get an idea of how much coverage this foundation, and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Max Cover foundation has. This is a very high, well, it's not very high, but it's a high-end counterpart to these more budget price foundations are. Anyway, let's get into it. So first, the Morphe. So that's what it looks like on my skin, and I'm gonna like swipe over my tattoo, and you can see the tattoo disappears. Okay, so an incredible amount of coverage. I'm gonna cap that. So now we're gonna go into the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F12, which is my winter shade. According to Makeup Revolution, this has a neutral undertone, and the Morphe foundation in F2.110 is also a neutral undertone. So let's see, we're gonna go there. They're a very close match. And then over my tattoo, that's what it looks like. So it still has some coverage power. All right, and we're gonna let those dry down. And then third, the Estee Lauder Maximum Cover Camouflage Makeup for Face and Body. And this one is in the shade FW2 Toasty Toffee. It's like over my tattoo. Let's see. Okay, there's no easy way to get this. So the easiest way for me to show you is here. All right. So that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Morphe foundation is the lightest out of the three, and the Estee Lauder and Toasty Toffee is the darkest. And I've noticed with the Estee Lauder, as it dries down, it gets even darker. Guess you could call it oxidizing, but yeah. Anyway, the Morphe one is kind of the lightest, but they're all pretty close. I could probably go to the 3.1 in the Morphe foundation, and I think that's the one I was going to go with. But when it's on my skin, it just looks a little bit too dark. I don't know. But anyway, just for reference, that is what they look like. So Morphe and Makeup Revolution look very similar, and once the Morphe one dries down, it tends to look a lot darker too. So yeah, that is a comparison. My final thoughts are it works fine. I have not touched my face up with any face powder, nothing, no products. I cooked 2 meals in this foundation. I ran errands earlier. I took a nap earlier, and it's held up. Like I said, I'll insert pictures of what it looks like as far as coverage. The acne that I showed you earlier, I'll insert a picture of that too. Covered it great. It does seem to have rubbed off a little bit because you can start to see my acne scars showing through. But overall, I'm actually really pleased about how well this foundation wears. And with it only being $3 more than this Makeup Revolution, foundation, and waterproof, and it seems a little bit more transfer resistant than this one, I kind of think I might be sold on the Morphe foundation over the Makeup Revolution. But we'll see. I'm gonna keep on wearing it, but I definitely think that the Morphe foundation on my skin wears a little bit better. Certainly transfers less. So let me show you the transfer test. I saw Paulina do it and I thought that was a good idea because I hate when makeup transfers onto my skin. So I was just pressing this against my face. Look at that. No makeup. I'm sold on it already. So I watched Rich Lux's review video on this and he mentioned the fact that, you know, whether you like it or not is going to depend on your skin type, and how it looks on your skin is going to depend on your skin type. I have more normal skin. I get oily throughout my T-zone, like I said earlier, and I guess for normal skin it works better, but for people at the opposite ends of the spectrum, I don't really know how it's going to fare. But for me, it worked out well, so this foundation might have de-seated my Makeup Revolution foundation from its throne. Who knows? Yeah, so that's all my thoughts for this foundation. By the way, you got to see a wear test for the ColourPop is My Pleasure palette, which I still have on my lids. So everything wore well. I'm really happy with the purchase. So yeah, I guess if you bought this foundation, tell me what you think about it. And also, I'd be curious to know what your skin type is, like if you have combo or oily skin, whatever, because it seems to be very dependent on what kind of skin you have. So anyway, that's it, and I will see you guys soon. See you later.